The USS Gerald R. Ford, the Navy's newest and most advanced aircraft carrier, is set to deploy next week from its home port at Naval Station Norfolk, Virginia. According to a U.S. official, this marks the ship's second major deployment. Ford and its strike group will initially operate in the European Command Theater as part of a regularly scheduled mission. This deployment gives the U.S., specifically the Trump administration, an option to position a third aircraft carrier near the Middle East to counter Iran and support Israel. The Ford recently completed a series of rigorous training exercises designed to simulate real-world battle scenarios. These exercises serve as a final evaluation before deployment for Navy carrier and amphibious groups. Commissioned in July 2017, the $13 billion supercarrier began its first major deployment in May 2023. That mission was extended by nearly 80 days in response to the Hamas-led attacks on Israel on October 7, 2023. During that time, the Ford primarily operated in the Eastern Mediterranean, near Israel, serving as a show of force and a deterrent against Iran and its allies, including Hezbollah in Lebanon. Unlike other carriers, it did not move to the waters off Yemen, where Iran-backed Houthi forces were targeting international shipping. The Ford returned to Norfolk in January 2024. Though the Ford class initially faced years of delays, mainly due to technical challenges with its advanced elevators and electromagnetic aircraft launch systems, its first deployment was deemed a success by top Navy officials. They said it validated the ship's capability for long-duration operations at sea. This new deployment comes amid rising tensions in the Middle East. Israel has recently launched several days of strikes deep inside Iran, targeting nuclear facilities, senior commanders, missile launchers, and other high-value military assets. The goal: to degrade Iran's nuclear program. In response, Iran has fired over 400 ballistic missiles and hundreds of drones at Israel. U.S. Navy destroyers in the Eastern Mediterranean and American forces in the region have helped intercept these threats. The Pentagon has already deployed additional warships, and more may follow, including destroyers based in Rota, Spain, equipped with ballistic missile defense systems. Meanwhile, the Carl Vinson Carrier Strike Group is currently operating in the region, soon to be replaced by the Nimitz Carrier Strike Group. At this point, it's unclear whether the Ford will head directly to the Eastern Mediterranean or the Middle East. However, such moves would not be unusual. U.S. aircraft carriers have long served as visible symbols of American power and deterrence in times of crisis. With its capable air wing and powerful escort ships, the Ford Strike Group stands ready for both offensive and defensive operations. whenever and wherever needed.